Okay, today's date is January 28th, either 28th or 29th. It's Thursday, 2015, and my name is Leslie Williams. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this right here, just bear with me and understand as I talk. This area right here you can see is completely clean. Do you see those two bags hanging up way over there? The way they're hung up, no one can see them from any direction except if you were standing right here where I'm at. Okay, and the reason why they're there is that way so no raccoons or rats or anything get to it while I'm sleeping. The next day, tomorrow, I'll wake up, and when I go to leave here, I'll take them off of there and take them with me and take them to a dumpster. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is I want you to be able to see concerning how I keep my area completely clean. Okay, these little white things you see in the ground is pieces of a palm tree. Now, I'm getting ready to move from here. I'll be moved by Monday. Okay, and tomorrow's Friday. So we're gonna this is the area that's called RR Colony 5. I spent the whole day today bagging up property and moving it away from this area pertaining to where the tent's at, right here. I don't know how well you can see it because it's getting dark out now. Okay, there's the tent right there. Okay, now this black weatherization sheet wall gets put up every night. That way, once it gets pitch dark out, if I open up the flat of the tent halfway to have a cigarette, and there's also a black tarp top that gets folded down in front of the tent. Now, you'll understand why I'm making this video in a minute, and that you hear my radio right now. The reason why I'm making this video is because I'm trying to illustrate to you the measures that I take in order to be able to bottleneck any excuses that any law enforcement might use in order to, and or whoever calls them for them, okay, so they can make it appear that they got a normal appearing reason to know I'm here, including the area. In order for me to get into this area, there's an entrance and an exit to it. The entrance is also the exit. It's at the entrance and exit where my bike's at. I now got two bikes because I bought a brand new one because the last one I got in a bicycle accident 3 days ago and totaled both tires, and the brakes are already gone, so I just went ahead and bought a new one. So until I can get the old one hid away, and until I move, both those bikes will have to be locked up, which they are at the entrance of this specific area. So we're going to see if anybody tries to bait me to protect, like say if they come up to the area where the bikes are locked up at, like using punks or whatever, and then they can either verbalize that they're going to try and steal the bike, or physically present themselves as like they're stealing it, in order to bait me to walk out of this area to approach the bikes to save the bikes. Okay, that can be one gang stalking scheme they might use. Or what they might do is bring neighbors up in here, act like they're looking at the bike, and then call the police. Neighborhood watch groups are connected to gang stalking. Whether any selected individual they choose to use from Neighborhood Watch, or any other community group, or any neighbor who's pretending like they're just going for a walk, yeah baby, and then they decide to walk up through here, see my bikes, and call the cops. The cops are connected to this shit like you would not believe. Now, so what I'm doing is I'm basically making a video predicting what these little wild, filthy, rat-ass whores are gonna do. Because in order for them to arrest me for illegal lodging, they gotta know I'm here. Okay, so the point being is this, is that what I do is predict what these little filthy, rat-ass whores are gonna do and how they're gonna do it before they do. Now think about this. It's the evening Thursday. It's either, I think it's the 29th of January. I'm sorry I don't have the correct date figured out, but when you don't do anything for a couple days, because all I've been doing for the last 2 days is bagging up shit and moving it closer to the exit of this area, completely camouflaged. That way, all I gotta do, okay, in the next day or two is take down this fucking tent, hide it, okay, and literally leave, okay, and then come back and get the rest of the stuff where it's hidden at. Now, the reason why I moved the stuff closer to the exit and totally camouflaged it was because once I take the tent down, they can easily bring a homeless person up in here, have them camp out, and then when I come back to get the property that was hidden at other spots, they could give me a problem. Like, what are you doing here? The spot's taken, get out of here. And then cause a problem, including an assault. Okay? So, the point being, see, what you gotta understand here, gang stalking expeditions will use any scheme. They will use any normal apparent excuse to make it appear that what is directly happening to you is happening because of something you're doing that you shouldn't be. is because you're at a place that you shouldn't be at, and for normal appearing reasons and excuses. So what I wanted to do, and which is what I did, is I packed up everything that I brought here. I categorized it, I itemized it, I bagged it up, I weatherized it, and then hid it more towards the exit of this area, completely out of sight. That way, once I take down the tent and move the tent and leave here, when I come back to get the property, it won't be in a spot where anybody would pitch up a tent at. So I can just come here, grab a duffel bag full, take it with me. Do the same thing next time I come here. If I would have left it closer to the tent and then came back here and got it, they could have propped up somebody to camp out here, and then that person or persons could have caused a problem for me as a result of them saying, look, this is our area, get the fuck out of here now. Okay? That's right. See, in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, they will do anything. Anything. Literally anything. And if you don't believe me, go to YouTube. It's getting dark, so just bear with me. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll see that they literally even got on the fucking roof of that guy's house. Please excuse my language. So, if I'm going to be gone here, which I've already tweeted that I'll be moved within the next few days. Okay? So, if, and how I'm going to start camping. I tweeted that this morning, and tonight I'm going to tweet the fact that I'm going to be moved out by either tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, no later than Monday. Now think about this. I'm making a video right now. This video file will have a time and date stamp on it. I'm also as I'm talking, a running recording tape recorder is running, recording all my statements. The tape recorder runs by date and time. So I'm literally showing you the area. Okay, I'm literally showing you the area right now. So, and I code worded this location, RR Colony 5. So if anything happens that causes me to be arrested, assaulted, robbed, any property theft, and or worse, like a rape, okay, happens concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, here at this spot, RR Colony 5, and the spot I moved to from here, it'll be fucking directly connected to gang stalking, including the theft of any of my bike, in either one of my two bikes or both, or any or damaging the functionality of either bike, so I can't ride it. This also includes the theft of any property that's hidden close by at all areas that I have property hidden at, not just at this one. This also includes the tent. Like when I leave here tomorrow, because I got to go tomorrow to drop off some property at another spot, and then go charge up some power cells at Rouse. Okay, and then when I come back, I'll be spending the whole weekend, okay, moving property and moving out of here. So if anything happens and I get arrested here, or given an illegal lodging ticket here, or anything happening to me in the next 2 weeks at the area I moved to, it'll fucking show you that I'm being gang stalked from one hiking area to the next, because I'm predicting this shit right now. Excuse me, right fucking now I'm predicting it. Okay, I literally bagged up everything right now today. Bagged up everything. Okay, there's only a couple little loose small ends, okay, that are still going to be remaining in this area after I take the tent down and leave from here. Like, I'll have to come back and get the big gigantic bag of sleeping bags. That'll be moved out within a day and a half, 2 days at the very most, okay, of me leaving this area for good. In other words, when I leave here, I'll take down the tent, bag it up, bag up the sleeping bags that are inside the tent, and then hide them. And then what I'll do is I'll spend the next day and a half propping up and prepping and camouflaging the new area, and then I'll come back here and get the tent and the sleeping bag. The bag that's got the sleeping bags in it. So if anybody fucking comes up in here and moves in here immediately in order to prevent me from coming back up in here to get my sleeping bags, that'll fucking be gang stalking. Because staged events is what they fucking use. So a third party or me or the other individuals that are directly involved in the event can call the police. And that way the police can say, well, Leslie, what the fuck are you doing here anyways? What are you doing here coming back to get a tent and sleeping bags? What are you doing here, Leslie? Do you understand? Absolutely. These are the schemes, methods, tactics, and maneuvers of gang stalking, all of it achieved through the illegal tracking of the target's cell phone, okay, the illegal stalking that's done covertly, so they know where you're at, and you know where you're at in you know, like this fixed position where I'm at right now. I put my cell phone in my fucking pocket and I start moving through GPS. They can see where the hell I'm at in real time at all times. Okay, so you can go to Google and YouTube and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking. Absolutely. And they can also track you through your laptop. Absolutely. And that's how they then know where you're at in order to prop up and stage these events to make it appear that the syndicated cops have a normal appearing reason for knowing where you're at. They will fucking use anybody. Teenagers, kids, anybody. Literally. And if you don't believe me, just go to Google and type in gang stalking and kids. Gang stalking and teenagers. Gang stalking and neighbors. Absolutely, baby cakes. So what I do is predict what these little rat-ass whores are going to do before they do it. And you see that area over there that I'm pointing to right now? They have stood over there and have clicked on a flashlight on and off. It's called brighting. That's a method of gang stalking. And they've also even approached this area and shined a huge, big, gigantic flashlight on my tent. Even though it's got black weatherization sheets on it, the illumination of the light that they used must have been pretty powerful, because I could still see I don't know how to say it, like I could still somewhat see it because the light was so fucking big. It was so huge. Okay, and I wasn't about to open up my set and say, what the fuck you doing? Because you never know who it might be. Okay, that technique is called brighting. It's their clever covert way to let you know they know you're here, and to make you paranoid about what might happen to you here. In closing, go to Google and type in gang stalking creating homelessness of targets. They created the homelessness and then gang stalk you to multiple motel rooms, multiple different apartment complexes, and then your hiking areas. And all this is done in order to be able to make it a matter of record that you're homeless over a long period of time, so they can take syndicated probate control of you to put you in a group home, where you're then treated like a straw person for federal, state, and local funds, so insurance can be applied for and insurance fraud take place, and so you can be human trafficked in these homes. Absolutely. That's why they create the homelessness to begin with. And these staged events are used as a conduit so the police have a normal appearing reason to know where you're at. Okay? Absolutely. You wouldn't believe the techniques of gang stalking. You just would not believe it. It's nothing but organized crime in the system, baby cakes, at every fucking level. Now, it's right over there where they stand. They usually wait until right about right now. Usually right now I'm inside the tent. Okay? And they'll stand about, I'd say probably about anywhere between 90 and 130 feet away, and they'll flash the flashlight. That's right. That's right, baby cakes. Yeah. Alright, so anyways, okay, so what I'm doing right now is that once I get done making this video, because you can't even see anymore. I mean, you can barely see now because it's gotten dark out. But you see, where my tent's at is on the other side of this black weatherization sheet wall that I got propped up. Okay, these are 3 big gigantic contractor black bags that have been tied up to this long pole here. And this is done so when I open up a small section of the flat of the tent to smoke a cigarette, that way they can't say that they saw my flashlight or even the light from the cigarette from over there anywhere. Okay, that's right, that's right. And they can't see it from the angle of the tent when I open it up, partly open it up, because of the simple fact that, well, because of the way I do it. Just trust me on it. Alright, so it's so dark out now you can't even see nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this. Today's date is January, it's either 28th or 29th. I know for a fact it's Thursday. So we're going to see if this anything happens that causes me to be given a legal lodging ticket and or arrested before I move from this area. This area goes by a code word that I attach to it that completely describes the actual physical property that it's on. RR Colony 5. Absolutely. And then once I move from here, okay, well, let me just put it to you this way. Over time, I will literally expose what this code word means, and then my viewers will completely understand why it was used, okay, and how it applies to describing the location. Absolutely. Okay, so my name is Leslie Williams. I live in La Jolla, San Diego County. I am a target, victim, and activist concerned in the criminal expeditions of what is known as gang stalking, and the things you hear in the background is my radio. Okay, and trust me, you know, I don't know, now earlier, before it got this dark, I showed you where my garbage bags were. I could walk over there right now and you would not be able to hear my radio at all. Because what I do, excuse me, I just got done eating dinner. What I do is I bottleneck their strategies by making sure that they have no normal appearing legitimate excuses to know where I'm at. Like trying to get somebody to say that they heard me or saw me. Absolutely. That's why I'll even gauge how loud my radio can be. If I can't hear it over there where the garbage is at, then no one can hear it where the entrance and exit's at. Absolutely. Okay. All right. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I will be moved out of here by Monday, and it's Thursday night right now. So think about this: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and by Sunday night I'll be moved. Okay. So let's see if I'm arrested or given a legal lodging ticket, especially tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.